I'd like to thank our reader, Nancy Wirtz. She's always so professional in her reading. And Gary Lynn Floyd for his wonderful music, as well as our CSL music team for all the music that supports the message. So today, as we continue our wonderful 2023 spiritual journey and our series on life, love, and the pursuit of happiness, according to the boy, the mole, the fox, and the horse, we're exploring hope. This is already week 13 of our 14-week journey. So like the boy, the mole, the fox, and the horse, notice what you've been discovering about who you are and what has meaning to you and where your home lies. Each week is independent, and today you walk away with some tools so you can delve deeper into understanding your life and how you might bring more hope into it. So here's your question for the week. What's the one choice that you might make today to know hope is the blossom of the soul, to notice how far you've come, and to embrace the inherent potential for good in every aspect of your life, and to focus on what brings you joy? One more time. What's the one choice you might make today to know hope is the blossom of the soul, to notice how far you've come, to embrace the inherent potential for good in every aspect of your life, and to focus on what brings you joy? Hope is defined as a feeling of expectation and desire for a particular thing to happen. In the tapestry of human existence, few emotions resonate as deeply and universally as hope. From a spiritual perspective, hope takes on profound significance, offering us a pathway to transcend the challenges of our earthly journey and connect with something greater than ourselves. In the heartwarming tale of the boy, the mole, the fox, and the horse, the characters embark on a poignant adventure that reveals the true essence of hope. They encourage each other to keep going, even when the road ahead seems difficult, and to hold on to hope and faith in the face of uncertainty. They show us that hope is not just a fleeting emotion, but a steadfast companion that helps us navigate the labyrinth of life. At one point in our story, when the boy is getting discouraged, the horse encourages him. "We have such a long way to go," sighed the boy. "Yes, but look how far we've come," said the horse. And sometimes hope means staying in the present, letting go of any worry about the future. The mole offers the boy a bit of advice about that. When the boy and the mole are talking, we see the mole tell the boy, "I've learned how to be in the present." "How?" asked the boy. "I find a quiet spot and shut my eyes and breathe." "That's good. And then?" asked the boy. "Then I focus," says the mole. "What do you focus on?" asked the boy. "Cake," said the mole. "I know that when I'm getting discouraged about something, that if I take the time to remember to stop and breathe, I can focus on the truth that I know in the depth of my being, that God is right where I am, and I can trust that all is well and expect things to change. And who can be sad when we focus on something we love, like cake for the mole?" In the realm of spirituality, hope is not just a fleeting wish, but it's a beacon of light that emanates from the core of our being. It's an affirmation of our trust in the divine order of the universe. And it's an unwavering belief that there is a purpose behind every experience and a higher plan guiding our steps. Hope in its purest form becomes a bridge between the temporal and the eternal, and it invites us to explore the depths of our soul and the mysteries of existence. In a world often clouded by uncertainty, fear, and doubt, our teachings offer a guiding light that empowers us to embrace hope as an intrinsic part of our existence. Ernest Holmes, our founding father, eloquently stated this: "Hope is the blossom of the soul." Hope is not mere wishful thinking. It's a deep-rooted belief in the inherent potential for good in every aspect of life. Hope's philosophy reminds us that hope is not something eternal to us. Rather, it's a force that springs forth from the very existence of our being. It's a radiant flame that illuminates our path, even in the darkest of times. The scriptures of various spiritual traditions resound with messages of hope, reminding us of the transformative power it carries. For example, in the Bible, Romans 15:13 says, "May the hope of God fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in God, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit." This verse encapsulates the divine wellspring of hope, suggesting that through our connection with the spiritual realm, hope becomes a source of overflowing joy and peace. In our philosophy, one of the fundamental ideas is change your thinking, change your life. This premise of changing our thinking and changing our life highlights the transformative power of our thoughts and our beliefs. When we shift our perspective to embrace hope, we open the door to possibilities that were previously hidden from our sight. The journey from despair to hope begins with a shift in consciousness, a willingness to see the world through a lens of potential and promise. Holmes' teachings encourage us to align our thoughts, beliefs, and emotions with hope. He reminds us, thought is an active, living thing. Our thoughts have the power to shape our reality. And when infused with hope, they become seeds of positive change. Through the process of affirmations and afformations and conscious thinking, we can cultivate hope as a constant companion on our journey home. Let's eavesdrop on our furry friends as they encourage the boy to change his thinking when he appears to feel that things are hopeless.
Oh no! Where are the lights? I can't see them anymore. It feels like we have such a long way to go.
I know. But look how far we've come.
I just don't think I can do this. I'm never going to find a home.
You know, sometimes your mind plays tricks on you. It can tell you you're no good, that it's all hopeless. But I've discovered this. You are loved and important, and you bring to this world things that no one else can. So hold on.
what the fox says is encouraging the boy to remember that hope, in the spiritual sense, is not divorced from our actions and intentions. It actually serves as a catalyst for positive change and upliftment. It aligns with divine purpose. As we nurture hope within us, we begin to manifest it on our interactions, on our choices, and our contributions to the world. The great spiritual teacher, Mahatma Gandhi, once said, "You must be the change you want to see in the world." You must be the change you want to see in the world. This sentiment resonates deeply with the transformative aspect of hope, urging us to embody the very hope we seek in the world around us. From a spiritual perspective, hope is intricately linked to faith. For me, hope provides the vision and faith fuels the journey. Let me repeat that. Hope provides the vision and faith fuels the journey. As we cultivate hope, we foster a deep sense of trust in the divine orchestration of life. We embrace that truly everything is in divine order. We're able to acknowledge, even in those moments of uncertainty, that there exists a higher purpose guiding us towards our highest potential. This faith-infused hope encourages us to surrender to the flow of life, to embrace both challenges and blessings with equanimity. Let's look at our friends as they encourage the boy as he begins to find hope in finding his home.
Look! Lights! That looks like a home.
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
Like so many real-life stories of hope, our story of the boy, the mole, the fox, and the horse shows how important hope is to life. And the boy can now hope because he sees the lights that he believes is his home. I'm sure that you've heard about many of these famous examples of hope and strength in spite of the storms that they might have seen in their lives. Helen Keller, for example, triumphed over darkness. She was a remarkable woman who was deaf and blind, and she overcame her disabilities to become a prolific author, a political activist, and a lecturer. Her journey from isolation to inspiration is a testament to the power of hope and determination. She once said this, "Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope." Malala Yousafzai was a voice for education. She was a Pakistani education activist. She defied the Taliban's threats. She survived an assassination attempt and continued her fight for girls' education. Her unwavering hope in the face of danger inspired millions worldwide. She reminds us that hope can ignite change even in the darkest of circumstances. And then there was Nelson Mandela. He exemplified the power of forgiveness. He spent 27 years in prison during South Africa's apartheid era, and he emerged as a symbol of reconciliation and hope. His commitment to forgiveness and unity transformed a nation. He once said this, "May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears." May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. Anne Frank was another example of a light in the dark. Her diary, written during her family's hiding from the Nazis, remains a reminder today of hope amid despair. Her enduring faith in humanity's goodness is captured in these words of hers. I still believe, in spite of everything, that people are truly good at heart. Nick Vujicic rose above his limitations. He was born without arms and legs. He's become a motivational speaker and an advocate for people with disabilities. His story demonstrates how hope can enable us to transcend physical limitations. He often says this: if you can't get a miracle, become one. I love that. And Rosa Parks, we all know, took a seat for equality. She's often called the mother of civil rights movement, and she refused to give up her bus seat to a white passenger, sparking the Montgomery bus boycott. Her act of courage and hope was a catalyst for a movement that changed the course of history. In 2018, 12 boys and their soccer coach were trapped in a flooded cave in Thailand. And it's a miracle of unity when we look at their rescue. It was a global effort that exemplified hope, unity, and human ingenuity. It showed that even in the most dire situations, hope can prevail. There were people that were unwilling to give up on those boys and their coach. All of these stories are testament to the extraordinary power of hope. They remind us that hope isn't a passive wish. It's an active force. It propels individuals and communities to overcome adversity, to transcend limitations, to make the world a better place. One of the lines from Course in Miracles that I truly love is this: look forward, then in confidence walk with a happy heart that beats in hope and does not pound in fear. When we walk with a happy heart, we know that hope abounds. And there are pages in the book where the horse helps us remember how to walk with a happy heart and have hope. I know that Reverend Catherine used this same example last week around adversity, but for me, it's all about hope. We all need a reason to keep going, said the horse. What's yours? You three, said the fox. Getting home, said the boy. Cake, said the mole. What amazes me is that hope, like laughter and joy, seems to be contagious. Notice how each of our friends knew exactly what kept them going. I'm curious, what has you walk in confidence with a happy heart? What keeps you going and gives you hope? Think about that for a minute. And now let's look at what the horse has to tell the boy to encourage him to hold on to the belief that things will get better. We don't know about tomorrow, said the horse. All we need to know is that we love each other. We never know what tomorrow brings, yet when we know that we're loved, hope seems to come easier. In his insightful work, Holmes emphasizes the interconnectedness of all life. He states this: we are surrounded by a universal mind which is responsive to our thoughts. This interconnectedness implies that the energy of hope that we generate ripples through the fabric of existence, and it influences outcomes and attracts positivity. Our hope doesn't just affect us, It resonates with the larger universe, creating a harmonious symphony of possibilities. Sure, life is full of challenges, and we have the power to overcome them. Remember what encourages you to keep going, even when the road ahead seems difficult. What helps you to hold on to hope and faith in the face of uncertainty? Our philosophy underscores the idea that hope is not passive. It is a dynamic force that propels us into action. Holmes aptly stated, "All action is governed by law. Nothing happens by chance." When hope guides our actions, we find the courage to take steps towards our aspirations, knowing that the universe conspires in our favor. Hope fuels our determination. It enables us to surmount obstacles and persist in the face of challenges. As we reflect on Holmes' teachings, let's remember his words. Life is a mirror and will reflect back to the thinker what he thinks into it. This mirror of life is the profound link between our internal state and our external experiences. When we have hope in our hearts, life responds by reflecting circumstances that align with our hopeful beliefs. This reciprocity between our thoughts and reality further reinforces the significance of nurturing hope within ourselves. So let's internalize the wisdom of Ernest Holmes. Let's infuse our lives with the transformative power of hope. Let's recognize that hope is not just a fleeting emotion. It's a state of being that we can consciously choose to embrace. By aligning our thoughts, emotions, and actions with hope, we shape our reality, and we can participate in the co-creation of a brighter future for ourselves and others. Here's how Holmes put it. The power that holds the stars in space holds you in space and shall bring to pass your heart's desire. So let's step forward with hope as our guiding star, knowing that within us resides the power to manifest our heart's deepest desires. So how might you have more hope on your life's journey? Remember that hope is the blossom of the soul. It offers the pathway to transcend challenges. And remember how far you've come. Hope involves changing our thinking. So be willing to see the world through a lens of potential. Be the change that you want to see in the world. And let hope provide the vision and faith fuel your journey. And remember, hope is contagious. It encourages us and others to keep going. Life's mirror reflects back to us what we think into it. So here's your affirmation for the week. How is it I so effortlessly and willingly make the choice today to know hope is the blossom of my soul, to notice how far I've come, to embrace the inherent potential for good in every aspect of my life, and to focus on what brings me joy. And your challenge for the week? Pause each day for about 5 minutes and take the horse's advice. Look how far you've come. And then notice what keeps you going and do more of that. I'm sure the mole will eat more cake. And then check in at night. See what you discovered about yourself that day regarding your beliefs in a higher plan guiding your life. Let's pray. We take a deep, nourishing breath. And we settle into that place within us where we know the essence of good, where we know the essence of our desires, where we know that spirit, your guide, that higher self resides. And we tap into that knowing of who we are, individual expressions of the divine. So knowing that, what I know to be the truth is that each of us this week is remembering to change our thinking and see the world through a lens of potential. To be the change that we want to be in the world. And to remember how far we have come so that we can encourage ourselves and others to keep going. So it's with great gratitude that I release these words into the law of mind, spirit, and action. Because what I know is the divine has already said yes. We've asked, it's given. There's nothing we need do to effort to make it happen. We just need to have the faith that it is so. So knowing that, I say amen, and let's affirm it together. And so it is. I'm so very grateful for all of the contributions that continue to come in. And if this series is touching your heart, please contribute to our center in one of the many ways that you'll see on the screen shortly. We appreciate your donations. They allow us to continue to have Sunday services, to have special music, and to start planning special events like our Harvest Dinner, which is coming up in October. Thank you so much for your donations. Enjoy our offertory song.